Hey, what's up? It's Greg from Fisherman's Headquarters. And today is July 34th. All joking aside, it's kind of surprising that we're already here in August. Summer's been flying through, but you know what they say, it's time flies when you're having fun. So all joking aside, yeah, it's August 3rd. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying summer and hopefully you can get out and getting some fishing in. If you've been kind of paying attention to local events here in LBI, there's been a lot of different things going on. Water's been warm. Today I had 70 degrees out in the nearshore waters up in the north end of LBI. I could say that there's a lot of different species here, a lot of warmer species. You got some triggerfish, sheep's head. The fluke fishing's been really good. A lot of bluefish around, some smaller blues. Still some resin striped bass being caught. Can share with you that there is also some other critters. Hopefully you've seen that video of the marlin the other day. Tarpon, pretty controversial tarpon was captured here on the north end of LBI. There's also some cobia. Cobia in the ocean, also in the bay. Heard of a couple reports recently in the bay. Paul Hartel caught one up in the north end here in Barnegat Light in the bayside near the inlet just yesterday. Some mahi offshore. Tuna fishing's been phenomenal. There's been yellowfin and bluefin. Same kind of bat story, same bat channels. Things are just kind of progressing along time-wise, but kind of consistently sticking with the same species and spotlight. Still some sea bass in the wrecks. The same wrecks have some triggerfish, like I mentioned. Flukin's been pretty good. Heard some good open bottom reports. I was out today. I did not do good fluking. Didn't really dedicate the entire day towards it. Maybe that's what we should have done. But we started out catching some bluefish early. Got some youth, kind of tight on some rods there first thing in the morning. Caught a handful of bluefish in pretty quick fashion. Bluefish in the, I'd say 2 to 4 pound range. At the right tides and right times, there are some bigger bluefish around. Captain Steve Perel actually had a couple good sizings here recently. He's on Real Fantasy Fishing Charters. As far as fluking goes, there's been some structure. There's been some open sand bottom bites that have been popping up. Some reefs and wrecks have been producing. As far as the bay, there's definitely still some fluke in the bay. Heard of a really good size fish just recently caught. Photo was sent in. I asked for the angler's name. It did not provide it, but it was definitely a good size. I'll call it doormat. It looked to me like it was north of 10 pounds, if not 10, really close to it. Today I can share I had a really good weakfish bite. Been a lot of weakfish up here in the Barnegat Bay, up north end of LBI. I specifically targeted them. I went out shrimping and did a good number on them. We're catching and releasing a number of weakfish. Most of them were keeper size. I'd say only a couple were spikes, so good healthy showing of weakfish right now here in August. One good thing I did have, I could share a little spotlight today's trip, was the blowfish. I was actually looking for triggers at a nearshore wreck, fishing some sand fleas, some other baits as well as clam, and got covered up in blowfish, which was a surprise. It was good that I had a crew aboard that just wanted to kind of catch fish. There wasn't, any kind of species specific say agenda for the day. We just wanted to kind of go out and catch fish, keep the lines tight, have some fun for the family, and that's kind of what we did. So like I said, we were nearshore wreck, load up with blowfish and some really good size ones. More recently here, I've been hearing some more blowfish reports in the Barnegat Bay. It's kind of been a slow July, I would say, for the Barnegat Bay blowfish kind of action. So maybe this is kind of the arrival of some more fish. I'm not sure. That's kind of my guess about things. Maybe these fish will be on those, say, little pieces of structure that are out in the ocean. Maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. But normally July and August are great times to target blowfish. Definitely a fun, tasty fish. So if you want to get on that action, you want to use clam, small piece of squid. Some people even use worms. Small hooks. I was using number 4 hooks looking for triggers, and blowfish were all over them. With all that being said, the shark fishing's been pretty good. Some big rays off the beach, and the tuna bite, like I mentioned just a few moments ago, has been very good. I was fortunate enough to get out there a number of times in recent days when the weather allows. Got into some yellowfin action, also bluefin action. For the most part, it seems like those bluefin are at the, I'll say 15 to 25 mile range. It seems like the 30 to 60 mile range has been the yellowfin action. Recently heard of a longfin bite at the Hudson. I've been hearing some good yellowfin action at the Toms. So those northern canyons are producing, which is really good to see. Not sure exactly where some swordfish got caught, but I've been seeing some beautiful swordfish getting caught. Local angler was just in the shop, and he reported, it's a really good size one. Reported some good trips out there recently. As far as the tuna fishing inshore, anywhere from the ridge and the inshore lumps, right on out to the main, say, popular natural wreck sites, that would be, say, 25, 35, 45, 55 miles in that whole zone, 20 fathoms, 30 fathoms in that region. Chunk bite, jig bite, guys are trolling. So kind of whatever you like to do, get out there, get on it. Kind of the best fishing that we have, I would say, kind of all years right now in terms of different species, in terms of different techniques. For me, I was anchored up shrimping, catching weakfish. You can drift some baits and catch fluke with bucktails. You want to go out in the ocean, do some jigging, get out in the reef sites, jig up some sea bass. Yesterday I had some jumbos, some really good sized sea bass. We had 4 jumbos and a bunch of smaller ones. Just fishing little epoxy jigs and little fat cow jigs. It was a great fun. You want to get out there and do some trolling. You can go look for some king mackerel out in the ridge. There's some mahi out there. There's definitely a number of species to look for. Spanish mackerel are still around. Haven't really heard much about the bonita game, but I'm sure there's some bonita around too. Water's clean, water's clear. There are some days there's some seaweed up along the beach, but the king fishing's been really good off the surf. Fluke fishing off the surf's been really good. And those anglers fishing some meatier baits are also catching some fish, whether it's the sharks, whether it's the rays, or bluefish. Once again, it's Greg at Fisherman's Headquarters, checking in with a little fish report. If you need anything, give us a shout. Feel free to reach out at fishermansheadquarters.com or get us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, what have you. But welcome you to stop by the shop anytime and ask some questions. Love to help you out, get you geared up. So I'm checking out here. Have a great day.